super controversial one today, guys. That's my middle name, apparently, in 2024. We have President Trump planned to protect kids from left-wing insanity. This one should be incredible, guys. Drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. I don't know what to make of this one, guys, but I'm doing a lot of political stuff lately, especially American politics, because the Irish politics is over. And yeah, guys, subscribe. Check out my Patreon for more uncensored content. And of course, buy some new merch. I have some new merch for Christmas, man. This one's going to be lit. Let's go.
The left-wing gender insanity being pushed on our children is an act of child abuse. Very simple. Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children.
It's sad because, I suppose if you're 18, like I'm a freedom guy, you should be able to do what you want. But I suppose a lot of conservative people are against kids, 5 years old, not sure exactly how old they are, doing this sort of thing. Because obviously when you're a kid, you can't make grown-up choices, And it makes sense in a way, it definitely makes sense. You can't make, I'm a really fair guy. I try and be fair. I'm definitely not right or left leaning or anything like that. Kind of more have different opinions for each kind of topic. And, it's obviously you want people to be free with themselves and open, but what age does that begin? 16, 18 will probably be the age, right? Anything less than that seems a bit absurd, right?
Can you believe this? I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars.
Hold on, did he say at any age there, though? Well, you can let people do what they want over 18 for sure, guys. But what did he say?
Federal agency to cease all programs.
Oh, so it's funding for any age. Yeah, you should be able to fund it yourself. Can you get funding for it? It's it's definitely a personal choice. It's definitely something that people probably can't choose, in my personal opinion. If you feel like you're something, maybe you're something, maybe you're not. But to fund that, yeah, that's an interesting one. Should you fund that stuff? I have nothing against it per se, but if people are paying taxes, they don't want to pay higher taxes on this. I guess people would be against it like that, but I don't really see any issue with that. But
that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly.
So yeah, he's saying they want to prevent the funding of it. So I understand that now. Okay, federal dollars. Right.
I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that participates in the chemical or physical mutilation of minor youth will no longer meet federal health and safety standards for Medicaid and Medicare and will be terminated from the program immediately. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children.
Ooh. When he says unforgivable, I think he means when people are taking advantage of people, oh yeah, let's do this procedure, but it's unnecessary, let's say in some regards. I'm not saying in every regard. I think that some people, if they want to be different gender, that's definitely a real thing, I think, later on in life, when you're 18 to whatever, 35, 40. But, I guess if you're capitalizing on getting money from people that may not be a certain age to conceptualize the idea, that want to reverse it then as they get older and understand what they've done to themselves. Yeah, it's an interesting one, guys. It's very, very interesting. That's actually pretty serious, man. And he said he's going to sue these doctors because they want money. At the end of the day, guys, a lot of doctors are opportunistic, and they want to take money from people, no matter what style of whatever,
The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients.
That's powerful. That's the thing, is I'm saying, exploitation. And I'm not saying over 18, like I said, 16, 18, the age of consent, whatever, that you're knowledgeable about what you're doing to yourself. But under that age, guys, it's really not fair for these doctors to be pushing these procedures on kids. I think I read before there was like 5-year-olds, 7-year-olds getting it done. It's like, I don't really know if that's that doesn't really seem like that ethical for a doctor to be doing that, in my personal opinion, guys. I think you should be waiting until you're later on in life, if that's something that you choose to do. But you're getting rich off doing these procedures, that's morally not good.
In this case, very vulnerable. We will also investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers, which are in no way licensed or approved for this use. My Department of Education will inform states and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding. As part of our new credentialing body for teachers, we will promote positive education about the nuclear family, the roles of mothers and fathers, and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from...
That's going to piss off a lot of people, for sure. That is going to piss off a lot of people. He means on paper. Like, he doesn't mean like... I mean, you can be what you want in life, guys. It's a free country. America's a free country. You can be whatever. You can be a flipping tree, a caterpillar. It doesn't matter. I think I'm an NFL player. Okay, don't come at me, guys. I'm a professional NFL player. But, yeah, he means on paper, like legally, right?
Also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports.
That's definitely good. Like, I wouldn't mind if, people are participating in sports like ping pong against each other. But if it's something like physical, it definitely shouldn't be allowed, guys. Like fighting in UFC, it's like men versus women just seems ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And we will protect the rights of parents from being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new and an identity without the parent's consent. The identity will not be new, and it will not be without parental consent. No serious country should be telling its children that they were born with the wrong gender, a concept that was never heard of in all of human history. Nobody's ever heard of this, what's happening today. It was all when the radical left invented it just a few years ago. Under my leadership, this madness will end. Thank you very much.
It's like, you want to be progressive in life. Donald Trump, make America great. You want to be progressive, right? But at what cost? Like, I'm definitely, I have some left-wing ideas, some, right ideas, but you want to be progressive in a way, but it's definitely sometimes some things take the piss. Like I said, if you're over 18, you want to decide to do what you want with yourself. I don't think that should be banned at all. Just don't make it legal, because then people start going to jail because you misspoke and stuff like that. So a bit unfair. Let me know your thoughts on that, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, check out my Patreon. Check out my Patreon for more uncensored content. Check out my merch as well, loads of merch. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.